I'm Zooming today with Dan Darby, the show director for Lightfair. Dan, you can't hear me?
Hey, Randy.
Hi, I'm Randy Reid, editor of the. Hi, I'm Randy Reid, editor of the Edison Report, and I'm here with Dan Darby, show director of Lightfair.
Can you hear me?
I'm Randy Reid, editor of the Edison Report.
Okay.
And I'm here with show director Dan Darby
we'll start again.
from Lightfair. Dan, you can't hear me? You still can't hear me? I wish we could just
I didn't hear
meet
you, but
in
I
person
read your
at some point.
lips.
Okay.
Oh my God! What are you doing? Welcome to New York. Oh wait, hang on. Let me.
No. I've been vaccinated.
I've been vaccinated too.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't guess we need these.
So I hope you don't mind. I wanted to surprise you.
You did.
I want to see you in person.
Well, thanks. Welcome to New York.
Can I shake your hand again?
You can. It feels good, doesn't it, man? Thank you.
In person. Okay, so here we are. I'm Randy Reid. I'm the editor of the Edison Report, and I'm with my good friend Dan Darby, the show director, and we are at Lightfair.
We are at the Jacob Javits Center,
yes,
home for our 2021 show.
Yes, and it's so nice to be here in person. Tell me a little bit about the show.
Show is looking great. We've got a lot of new events that are going to be happening on the show floor. The Designery is a new educational and networking hub within the Design Pavilion. We've also got the Collective. That's a new pavilion that is exclusive for ILD, LIRC members and IES sustaining members.
Okay, now you say the new pavilion. Is that part of the new building?
No, actually, so the expansion is complete, but our conference will be in the expansion.
Okay.
So the show floor will be the show floor, the upstairs show floor that we had in 2015 on one single level this year.
Okay, I saw some of the renderings of the new area that they've added, and it is really beautiful.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
When will the first show be held at Javits, post-COVID?
Post-COVID, the first show is the New York Now Gift Fair, and that is the beginning of August. So that's an event that usually attracts about 30,000 attendees.
Okay.
So that's the beginning of August. More significant, though, I think, is the New York Auto Show that happens 2.5 weeks after, still in August. That's an event that normally attracts 1 million attendees.
Oh, wow.
So I am confident by the time we get around to late October, the facility and the city is going to be more than ready for us. Okay,
so you and I just agreed we've had our vaccination, so we're not wearing masks. What are the protocols as of today for the October show?
Great question. So as of today, we still have all of the criteria that we've laid out in the Safer Floor, Safer Show programs. So still requiring masks for everyone, social distancing, one-way aisles, hand sanitizing stations everywhere. One consideration that we're currently looking at is temperature checks because, quite frankly, most places have discontinued temperature checks.
Okay, what about carpet? Will there be carpet?
There will be carpet.
Okay. Do I need to show proof of vaccination?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Not at this time.
Okay.
And I was going back to the no carpet. We are going to have an area at the back of the show floor where all of our food and beverage will be. And there won't be carpet there because there's no reason to. But we're doing that because when you eat, when you drink, obviously you take off your mask. And we don't want people walking the aisles with their masks on.
And I assume we're social distancing when we eat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that sounds very safe to me.
Yeah.
And speaking of safety, I arrived yesterday. I've been doing some recon work. The IES Lumen Awards will be announced very soon, and I've been looking at some of those jobs, but I felt safe. Okay, we read about defund the police. I saw just as many police as I've ever seen in New York, and I felt just as safe. What are you hearing about safety in the city?
Well, it's funny you say that because I had a similar experience when I got here yesterday too. We were here, part of the Lightfair staff was here almost exactly a year ago for a site visit and to see the expansion. And I can only say it was eerie to be here. It was almost like
a year ago.
A year ago, no cars on the street, no pedestrians. It was almost like a post-apocalyptic movie. But yesterday coming in, the same traffic jams that you're accustomed to, horns honking, pedestrians everywhere. I went over to the Vessel, which is in Javits, in Hudson Yards.
Right. I know the Vessel.
And the crowds were everywhere. You know, it's the #1 tourist attraction in New York, and people were there to see it. It's the buzz is here in New York.
I work with a magazine, Designing Lighting, and we work with a lot of lighting designers. And when I'm talking to them, I ask them about Lightfair. And guess what I've been hearing? The ones that would normally spend 1 day are spending 2 days. And they say it's product related, but it's also people related. That they haven't seen these people for 18, 24 months, and they want to catch up.
Right.
So they know there's no way they can do Lightfair in 1 day, which is what they would normally do. And now they're going to do 2 days. Are you hearing similar things?
Yeah, actually, yes, we are. Because even though we're a very large industry, we're still a very communal industry, and people have been telling us they're looking forward to seeing their friends and colleagues. And the other part is, it's been 18 months since they've been in front of manufacturers, since they've seen this product. I don't know if you've been to Lightfair.com. We have a great interview with HLB.
Yes.
And Barbara Horton talks about this specifically, where she says she's really looking forward to seeing what manufacturers are going to be rolling out during this 18 months that she has not seen the product.
Now, Lightfair is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right.
And every time we write about that, we tell people, and I'm amazed when I talk to people, some people still don't know that. They just think Tuesday through Thursday. And the Lifetime Achievement Awards will be held Tuesday night instead of Monday night. So I'm getting a little plug in for that as well. Will you go back to the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when we go to Las Vegas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You did it this time because this is what you could get?
Exactly. We had Tuesday through Thursday when we were originally scheduled in May, but when it became apparent that moving to October, the country would have been recovered enough to have the normal successful Lightfair.
Yeah. Well, I think you were so smart coming to October, because when you did it, I said, God, why wait till October? Why not May?
Yeah.
But now, looking back, you were brilliant. And of course, you are the first national show, really the first local show for New York as well. So I think that's going to be very exciting. Tell me about the exhibitors and the OEMs. Are they signing up?
Yeah, we are signing up. And so let me give you some numbers. So we're 21 weeks from the show. And 21 weeks from the show in 2019, we had a little more than 450 manufacturers signed up. And currently, we have a little more than 300. But now let me point out, we have disallowed 82 companies at this point from exhibiting in the show.
These are people that violated the rules.
Right. International importers, OEMs, right. Egregious booth violations. And so if you back out those 82 companies,
which I think is good. I'm glad they're not coming.
It helps ensure the quality of the show floor, absolutely. So if you back out those 82 companies from where we're currently at 80%. And so I'm confident. We've got 21 weeks, and I'm confident with the indicators of recovery, we'll be back where we were.
Right. About 15 years ago, and I've been doing this for over 20 years, I wrote an article, and I called the companies Deadbeats. And these were companies that did not pay to rent booth space like I do. They did not pay to come. They would get a hotel suite, and they would actually pull people away from the show. And we did that to kind of shame them. What is your opinion of these 80 companies that you're not allowing? Will they be renting the suites and trying to pull people off the show?
Well, I mean, if it's not these 80 companies, it will certainly be other non-exhibiting manufacturers. And, I'm under no delusion. This is not unique to Lightfair. This is systemic in the trade show industry. It's no coincidence that people choose to host events during the same time period that the industry event is in the same city.
You've had strong international presence from attendees. Do you expect that to be lower this year, given COVID?
Well, yes. There's just travel restrictions still in place, and it's interesting. There was some misunderstanding about why we're doing our live streaming conference this year. People thought that it was the first step to us canceling the show. It's absolutely not. It's really incumbent upon us as show producers to provide these opportunities for education to get CEU credits that our attendees need. And quite frankly, there are just some people who have these travel limitations and are not going to be able to come this year.
I can talk to that on a very, very local level with our IES section in Nashville. Normally, we might get 15. On a good meeting, we might get 20 people in attendance. By doing it through the Zoom and through the conference, we're getting 30 and 35 people. So we're really getting a lot more people than we would normally get that just, don't want to spend the hour driving and finding a parking place. So you do open the gates to a lot more attendees when you do it.
You do open the gates to a lot more, and this is an interesting statistic from the trade show industry. Nearly 40% of the people who are attending virtual conferences and virtual shows have not attended that in-person event in 5 or more years or ever.
Wow.
So it really is an opportunity for us to reach more people and then, get them to see the value of Lightfair and come to our next in-person event, which would be in Las Vegas.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned about the economy coming back a little bit. What are some of the metrics that you see that the economy is beginning to rebound?
Well, you really can't watch TV or open the paper without seeing something. A lot of it's anecdotal. Middle seats in the airlines, unfortunately, are being sold and filled out. My flight up here yesterday was overbooked, and so Delta offered vouchers to everyone. Rush hour is back, but these are two really great statistics. I heard this just this morning on CNN. Hilton Hotels was 93% occupancy this past weekend.
Nationwide?
Nationwide, according to the CEO of Hilton. And here's another great one. Economists are now predicting that the U.S. economy is on the verge of the greatest economic growth since 1984. Wow. And here's another great indicator. I don't know if you've seen this. COVID cases are down 75% in the last 6 weeks. 75% in the last 6 weeks. Our show is almost 5 months away now. So just imagine where we will be then.
And that pent-up demand.
In that pent-up demand. The New York last year had 4 phases of reopening from June to September. This year, starting in April, going through just 2 days ago, May 31st, they have eased restrictions 6 times.
Okay.
6 times in just the last 7 weeks. The next planned phase is July 1st.
Well, a statistic that I'm very familiar with last night, the bars now stay open until 3 a.m. So from my point of view, things that are important to me. How many days will it have been from the last show until October 2021?
Our last event was second week in May, 2019.
2019, okay.
So 2.5 years.
Okay, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Now, what are the dates? October?
The conference is the 25th to the 29th of October. The show is Wednesday to Friday, the 27th to 29th.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about the surprise.
No, this was
I
great.
want to do it in person. So, Dan, thank you.
So good to see you.
And look forward to seeing you and everyone else at Lightfair.
Thanks, Randy. So, this year is going to be the first time we've been in New York City at the Javits Center since 2015. And when you get here, you're going to see all kind of new features and amenities in the convention center. This is just one of them, charging stations on the show floor, more eating opportunities than we've had before. And speaking specifically to our attendees, I need to remind you that our registration opens next Monday, June 7th. So go ahead and sign up. We actually have a promotion going for the first 2 weeks. When you sign up, you're automatically registered to win one of 3 prize packages that we're giving away. It's a Diamond Conference Pass that entitles you to go to any conference session at no charge. And also, you get 1 free hotel night during Lightfair. So don't forget to register starting next week. Hi, so we're outside the Javits Convention Center, and there's 2 important things that I think you'll be interested to see. The first is the expansion of the Javits Center that will be opening up in time for our show. A phenomenal new space. It's where we're going to be holding our conference sessions this year. I'm sure you can probably hear the construction noise in the background. They're actually demoing the wall in between the existing building and the expansion this week. So it'll be one fluid contiguous building. And if you'll walk with me right over here, I want you to check out the Hudson Yards development. This is one of the largest developments in the world, actually now. Comparable to the Rockefeller Center construction that was done, decades ago. More than 100 shops and restaurants here. And what's important for our attendees and exhibitors to know is we're planning after hours and before hour events for you. We're going to have discounted tickets to the Edge, which is the large platform deck, and also to the Vessel. Those are the two most frequented tourist attractions in New York City right now. So we look forward to seeing you here.